Public-private partnerships are necessary but also difficult. It's tricky. You know, it's not just sponsorship by big companies. That should not be the goal. They should be engaged in changing the environments and food environments, for instance.
I think that this is the key of the success, and it's also a challenge in this period when everywhere in the world there is an economic crisis.
So we need funding, we need resources to continue our project. That's our main challenge. And because we understand that if we have the right resources, we can manage that and distribute very well, and we can gather all of these people inside of the project because they are very interested in participating, but in these moments we really need some financial support.
If possible, these programs should be funded by government. Governments have responsibility for people, they have responsibility for health. Food companies should be about making food. So I think having private sector involved obviously brings money, but it does bring some complications.
Working with public-private partnerships, it was something that in the past we didn't discuss so openly, and today in the free environment we discuss this, pros and cons. So we are gaining new insights, we are gaining new experience. And I think this is the best value for this project.
I think it's very important to include different groups that normally don't talk together. When you have ministers and health professionals, that's great. We also have infrastructure people. That's great too. They have a complete different language. Bring in the private sector, let them talk, let them get on the stage. Then you start talking a political language that will move politicians, that will move a country to change. As long as you're not talking that, then nothing's going to happen.
I think people who believe that you have the public sector and civil society on one side and the private sector are another actually are living in an old paradigm and an old way of thinking, because the new way of thinking requires us all to create shared value. For our business, we focus on nutrition, water, and rural development, on agriculture, as areas where we can create shared value and benefit society and our shareholders. To do that, we must work with public and civil society partners.
It's those points of connectivity. We have to be connected, we have to be integrated, we have to be united in our approach. That doesn't mean I'm going to think like you or you're going to think like me, but if we identify that North Star and we all work to head towards that goal, we're going to be able to do it.
To be honest, from the political and philosophical point of view, I think that PPP, whenever they are well run, are the solution.
The private-public partnership also is an interesting concept, because I do believe that the industry is part of the solution.